Chilling, Yugi boy.
What is up, guys? This is AlintheaYoh coming at you today with a different review. We're doing a binder review. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I got a new binder here, a Dex Protection binder. And yeah, I decided to do one just because this one is just such an awesome one in my opinion. But I have loads of different binders, and I did the sleeve review and also did a deck box review a while ago. And people were asking me to do a binder one, so here it is. So I'm going to rank them in order of which I like and different things like that, and I'll be showing some of the popular brands off to you. So yeah, let's just get rid of these over here. So without further ado, we will start off with the Ultra Pro binder. So this is a really nice binder. It has kind of like a leather feeling to it. I got this in Canada when I was over there with my girlfriend, and it's what I use for my main binder. It's been really nice. Overall, the feel of it is just all pretty solid. It's not reinforced in any way, shape or form really. It's just kind of quite flimsy, but just a normal cardboard inside. And the strap as well is alright. The thing that I don't like about the strap is it's really, like, to put a better word, flaccid. It's just not strong, it's weak. And you know, it feels like if someone was trying to open it, it was, you know, it'd be quite easy to open it. It's not strong enough, and someone could easily, like, look, you know, just get in and do whatever they want. So it could just be like, oh, okay, yeah, see you later. So it's still an alright binder. I've never had that. I've never needed to worry about that because I always have my binder on my person at all times. But yeah, overall the inside is kind of like a grated feeling. It's not too bad, but overall the overall quality and structure of the binder is nice, and it's definitely one that I really liked when I first saw it. The leather feeling was just super nice, and I'm really happy with how it's been. The thing that I don't like, as I said, is that it is flimsy, and I feel that if it was in a bag and it had something fall on it or anything like that, it could actually damage any of the cards inside. So yeah, the Ultra Pro has been really good to me. Really do like it. Probably give this about an 8 out of 10. There are some things I would change, but overall it's done me very well in practice, and yeah, it's pretty solid. Following on, we'll go to the tiny little Ultra Pro binder. This one is what I use just to put random stuff in that I'm testing, or you see, like, my gods or like ultimates. But this one's a really nice binder for what it is. It's one of the kind of originals ones, you could say. It's just kind of plastic. Same with the strap. However, the strap on this one is more, it's stronger and much more flexible. Compared to the other one, it seems like there's less give. But I like this one for what it is, but this one never technically leaves the house. If you are just, you know, you don't have many cards, that judge token though, if you don't leave the house and bring many cards to the event, you don't need a nine page binder, then this one is a pretty good one, a pretty good alternative if I'm honest. So yeah, overall this is about, I'd say, a 6 out of 10 for me. It's nice, it's solid. But it's not good for what I need. But I guess if you want to look at it independently, you could say it's better than a 6, maybe a 7. It's just got that weird, horrible, plasticky feeling that you might come to expect. So yeah, that's why I don't like that one all too much. And then we'll go on to the Ultra Pro Big Binder. So this is one that you'll probably see more often than not. Again, these are my deck cores. I'm kind of giving you a rundown of all my binders. It's really weird. This one, like the other one, is like the previous one, the smaller 4-page one. It's built in the same way. Strap here at the back. This strap is a bit weaker, and I don't like that you can move the strap around. That's one thing I don't like in these ones, because it means that the actual sewed connector bit, if I show you, slips out, and then if that gets caught and rips off, then you can't close your binder. But again, overall, the pages are nice. The actual sections where you can put your cards in slots are not too shabby either. It does suffer from scratchings and markings, as you can see, over time, but that is something that you unfortunately need to just kind of get used to. With most binders, it feels alright to flick through it and everything like that. So it's not too terrible at all. This one is probably about a 7 out of 10. just because these are the ones that I kind of used beforehand. They're not too bad. One thing that you can notice though is that it will start ripping every so often. Like, it's pretty easy to rip it, and I know you might say rip binder, but this binder never leaves the house. So you know, if you have an overzealous person, they can just be like, oh sorry. So that's why I'm not too much of a fan of these ones when I bring them out. The Ultra Pro ones are a little bit better with the stitching. It's not even stitching, it's just kind of pressing. But yeah, so this one's kind of a 6-7 out of 10 if I'm honest. We will go on to the Monster Protection. So the Monster ones, again, this don't even question what I have in here. This is really random stuff I never really look at. The Monster ones are unfortunately ones that I never really got on with and liked. And I'll tell you why. So the Monster one, if you can see, is a lot thinner than the Ultra Pro. There is no actual backing to it. It's literally just the material, and that is it. Same front and same back. So as you can see, so it is flexible in the sense that, you know, you can do all of this. Someone's messing around, or you know, you want to contort it into something, you can. But the pages here are some of the most unfavorable pages I've ever seen, simply because they stick together constantly. If you have it, you can hear it. You probably can't hear it now, but you can hear it sticking together, and it's really irritating sometimes as well to get the cards out, because especially if you've had it in your bag, it's been compressed, the whole thing, and you tried to get something out and it's like stuck to it. It's just really not nice, and that's not what you want to do, especially if someone's trying to, you know, maybe get stuff out of your bag, out of your binder, sorry, and it's just, overall it was a bit strange for me, this one, because look, completely stuck in. It's not nice. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the acid on the sleeves of the card from your hands that react with the actual the pocket. I don't know, or just the way it's maybe built. But this one has never really impressed me at all. Never really liked it. And yeah, I mean, for some people they really like them, but for myself, I don't. I've never gotten well with it. Look at that, all DT. I never got on well with it, and it was just something that I always just threw random stuff into. So overall, the Monster Protection was probably a 5 or 4 out of 10 for me. Yes, it is that low, just because I'm just not impressed with them. I never have been. I've got another one that I had, and it's all ripped, and you can see here, if someone pushes in, it's just going to rip off. It's just basically pressed down, that's all it is. It's nothing like woven or anything like that. So overall, Monster Protection, not that great. One that I nearly forgot about, we have here an Ultra Pro Binder, playset 4 up. You might think, wow, what is this? Well, yes, it is different. You open it like this, and then you have it like this. So let's get those cards back to put in here. You have 8 on one page technically, because you open it up like this. Very different, very, very different. I got this from my TO a while ago, and used it for a little bit, just to see how it was. I was like, you know, technically this holds, I think it was 360 or 460. There's a lot of, you know, moving around you can technically do with this. It seems built nicely, but this is basically how it is. We get the strap here. The strap's not too bad, but there are some fundamental flaws with this one for me. The first one is, this is incredibly difficult to hold if you're stood up at an event. So if you're trying to flick through, you're like, okay, so how do I do this? You have to put it on a table, or you have to like bend it round and do this. And if I've given it to someone and they're doing that on my cards, I don't really trust it, because you've got this, and they might just be holding it at the back, whatever, in whatever way, shape or form. And honestly, this isn't that much of a big protection. Like, it's just the material. There's no extra backing in it. And just overall, it seems really weird to only have 6 on a page, and then over on the other side, you have the 6 there as well. It's one that I was really kind of excited to use, and I thought it'd be an amazing idea. But when I used it, and also iPokemon I used the same one as well, for a little while, we just couldn't get used to it. We gave it time, we tried, but it's just so weird. Like, the actual seaming on the inside, the actual build quality is pretty solid in regards to the actual sleeve protectors and all this and how they're actually fitted in. So that is nice. But when it's actually full, it comes out to about here. So it's pretty bulky. But at the same time, it cuts down on some space because, you know, it is like half a binder. That's basically what it is. You have half a binder. If we compare it to one of the other ones, it's like that, you know? So it's kind of just think two binders in a sense, but it is technically bordering on the same size as it. So it was a really strange one. You can see that for comparison. You can see it's a really strange one for me. Overall, after using it, this is like a 3 out of 10. It just felt so weird. It just didn't feel right. For a player who stood up at an event, to use this, it's just far too annoying. You have to have a massive hand and they have to like flick through, and if you give it to someone as well, if you give someone trades, you want them to look through it as easily as possible so that you can solve a deal out as easily as possible. But when you have this, everyone's just like, what is this? This is really weird, and I agree. So 3 out of 10 for this, unfortunately. Going on to the penultimate one, we have a really interesting one you might not have seen. It's an 8-pocket zip folder from Ultimate Guard. So this one actually won in a competition, and let me get some cards ready. And it's a real different one, and overall a really nice build, but there are some things I don't like about it. So as you can see here, it's completely solid, nice soft as well, and everything's covered up with a zip. So if we zip it open, this is the binder. Now you might think, whoa, what is going on? Yes, it is like this. If I put some cards in, these are for an up-and-coming relinquish deck at some point in the future. This is how the cards are. They are all in sideways, and you can only have 8 on a page as opposed to 9. Now, ignoring that fact for a minute, the binder is sturdy. It's very solid, very strong card inside, so you can't really bend it. So you know that your cards are going to be protected, simply because as well you have the zip closure. It means that your cards will be protected no matter what. And the sleeves as well are kind of side loading, but also the way that it's configured is at the top that you're putting the cards in, which I think is a bit strange. I really didn't get on well with this. This is why I'm not using it. I'm not being ungrateful. I'm really happy that I did win that competition, and I used their sleeves for it. But the way that you load them in, the way that you hold it, it's like, do I hold it like this and flick through, or do you just hold it sideways and just look at the sides? If this was a 9-page binder, I think this would be an incredibly good binder, and a lot of people would want it. If you had the normal configuration of 333 instead of this, I think it would be great, simply because of how it is presented, how it is made. It's really strong made quality, with the zip is actually quite strong as well. So overall, I think it's a really nice binder, but for me, a fundamental flaw is the fact that I don't like how it's laid out, and unfortunately, if you don't like how it's laid out, then it's not going to be that great, so you're not going to get on well with it. For me, this is unfortunately a 5 or 4, simply because of the way that it is laid out. I cannot physically use this binder because it annoys me far too much. And that's just simply it. I mean, some people will definitely disagree with me on this. It is really nice, don't get me wrong, it's really nicely made, really solid build, but unfortunately for me, it's just not the one. But overall, I like how Ultimate Guard have done it, because it is really solid. And then going on to the last one, we have the Dex Protection binder. This is going to be my new binder. Probably shouldn't have said that because it kind of gives away what I feel about it. But overall, we have a nice kind of really strong strap. That's probably just blown the audio. But really strong strap, nice and soft, nice material as well. And if we open it up, it's a bit tough to open it up, which I actually don't mind at all. It's obviously at the back the strap is, and from the front it's hidden, much like the Ultra Pro ones. You can see it's kind of like flush with it, so it hides slightly behind the ridge. So it's really, really nice, because sometimes you just don't want to see that. You open it up and look at that. Wow, the leather, not leather, sorry, the felt interior is really, really nice. And also you have this. this is a page protector for the front. I was really surprised by seeing this because it's just such a nicely built binder that it's just insane. If you look, this is really strong. There is no give in this whatsoever. So that is really, really solid. The same with the back as well, and the back also has the protection on the sleeving. The reason why this is here is because the front pages don't get scratched. So if I were just to put some cards in there, and just pull it back, and look, I have my cards here. So it's just really, really nice overall. I really do like it. The work on the seaming is nice too. You can argue that it's quite similar to Ultra Pro, but overall it is just nice. I can't rant and rave more about this binder. It just feels so nice. This is a 380, I think, 380 or 360. 360 this is. You can fit the amount of cards in here. So it's kind of similar to the other ones, but overall it's just so nice. It feels just awesome. Protection at the front is always good, and the overall the kind of strap is just really, really solid. It's going to be interesting to see how difficult it is when it's completely filled up, how easy it is to get it off, but I think it will still be nice and simple. So that is it, guys. I hope you did enjoy the deck review, or the binder review. The final, let's say, tally for this, I would rate this probably a 9 out of 10. It's not the perfect thing. There are some slight little things that I would change. Like some of the seaming here is a little bit strange. Not entirely sure what's going on here with this one. And you could argue that some people might think this is going to get annoying. It could rip, and if it rips, then rip your life, because it is sewn right in at the base. So it could be very difficult to get out, but yeah. That is it, guys. So I hope you did enjoy the binder review. Let me know down in the comment section below which is your favorite overall and which binder you actually use. Obviously, I haven't got every binder in the world, so I can't review every binder in the world, but I feel that I've gone over the majority of some quirky ones and some of the base main ones that everyone uses. There are probably other ones that I've missed out, but I don't have them, so I can only review what I've got. So overall, I think Dex binder wins for me. Followed up closely by the Ultra Pro one, which is the leather. So that is it. I hope you did enjoy it. These two are my top picks if you are looking at the binder market right now. If you don't know where to get the Dex Protection ones and you're in the UK, speak to my TO at the Brotherhood. He has them all. That's where I got them from. So yeah, so that is it, guys. Let me know down in the comment section below which is your favorite and which one you, let's say, hate. So if we go with your favorite binder of all time and also your most hated binder of all time. So, as I said, that is it, guys. Let me know down in the comment section below. Make sure to give me a like, comment, subscribe, and I shall catch you guys later.